Hey guys, it's Candy Pants. Long time no see. I am not gonna lie, I'm actually a little bit nervous about doing this video because it's been forever since I've done one. What is it? Today is August 5th, 2015. My last video was in February because I was in Mexico the last time I did a video. Excuse me, I'm missing it a little bit right now. I wish I was back there. It was beautiful. For those of you that don't know me, my name's Candy, or Pam. Half my friends call me Candy, half my friends call me Pam. I had VSG surgery on March 25th, 2014. I had it done by Dr. Evanson at the St. Vincent Carmel Bariatric Center of Excellence. He is amazing. If you're in Indiana, which not very many of you are apparently, and are thinking about having weight loss surgery, he is definitely who I recommend. He's amazing. Anyways, my starting weight was 248 pounds. I am 1 year, 4 months, and 10 days out of surgery. My current weight is I was 158 this morning. I have not gotten below 158. 158 is my very lowest. I've never weighed even a half a pound less than 158. I fluctuate though between 158 and 162. Today just happens to be one of my lower days. Actually, it wasn't even today, it was yesterday. So yeah, I'm staying pretty steady in like a 4-pound window. My goal weight was 165. I'm 5'7", for those that want to know that. My goal weight was 165. I hit that goal in January, so I was like 10 months out when I hit goal. And I'm feeling pretty good. I guess a little bit of background. Maybe you're watching my videos for the first time. Maybe you're like, who the hell is this girl who's like yakking? My name's Candy. I'm 34 years old. I am a lesbian. I am also engaged. For those of you that don't know, it's been so long since I've done a video that it feels like weird to even announce that, because I think Mexico was actually like our first vacation together. Her name is Mandy, and she proposed in June. It was an amazing proposal. It was beautiful and perfect, and she is... Anyway, you know what? We'll totally talk about that later. I'm totally gonna get sidetracked. Okay. Anyway, I have 2 kids. I have an 11-year-old son. I have a 10-year-old daughter. I have played roller derby for 6 years. I can't actually say that anymore because I officially retired at the end of June. My very last bout as a flatliner, which was our A team here in my hometown, was the end of June. So I am no longer playing derby. Oh, gives me a little bit of anxiety. I have played for 6 years and it's been a huge part of my life. I'm still extremely involved, but I'm not going to be skating this year, so there's that. I am not skating because I started CrossFit last year. I started last year in September, I believe, and I love it. I totally fell in love with it, and so that's kind of taken over as my form of exercise, I guess, now. I did take 2 months off of CrossFit this year. I took May and June off. I had hurt my hip and I was kind of babying it to get through the rest of the season because it was my last season in derby. So I took off of CrossFit, which I'm super regretting now because I started back in July, and I'm not even kidding you, it was like starting all over again. It sucked. It was terrible. Anyway, totally not the point either. What else can I tell you? I am a system control operator at an electric co-op. I've been there for 12 years. I love my job. My job is amazing. My company is amazing. I have, the people I work with are like family. I've been there forever. My job basically consists of monitoring the electric system, which doesn't sound exciting, but I like it. I work with linemen, all guys pretty much, and I love my guys. They're amazing, honest, hardworking, good old American men. and they're great. They really are. I love my job, and yeah, so there's that. And I get to talk. I work 12-hour days, and I get to talk for 12 hours, and I like to talk. So, hey, it works out for me, and I get paid to do it. La, la, la. What else about me? I play softball. I just got back on the dirt because I don't play derby anymore, so I have time to do other things. Gosh, I think that's it. I have a couple of sisters. I have a brother. I'm the oldest of 4 kids. I have 2 nephews and 1 niece. Yeah, I think that's it. And did I mention I'm getting married? So my wedding is going to be October 31st. It's going to be a big shindig of a Halloween wedding. I'll talk a little bit about that later because I want to talk about dresses and fun girl stuff. Anyway, surgery. Surgery was great. I feel like I've done really well with it so far. I am at a point now where I don't know if I'm in the honeymoon phase or not in the honeymoon phase still, because I haven't lost weight in months. I mean, I really haven't lost weight in months. I got to goal in January, which was 165, and I quickly, I think probably by, well, yeah, actually the last video in February, I was down to 158, and I've literally not gotten below 158. I've stayed that, so I've been maintaining now for about 5 months, pretty easily, pretty steadily. The 2 months that I did take off of CrossFit, I gained 8 pounds. Talk about freaking out a little bit. I got up to 168. Not only was I freaking out because I was back up over 165. 165 is kind of my hard set number, but I was 3 pounds over that, and that wasn't that big of a deal. I stopped eating cookies and ice cream, and I started snacking on veggies again, and really just kind of watched my food. I mean, that was all I had to do. Within a couple of weeks, I had dropped that. And was back down to like 162, 163. But there was some effort put into it. And it was, I don't want to say it was pretty easy to gain, but it was pretty easy to gain. And I noticed I was gaining because I was like, and I haven't been weighing myself on a regular basis for a while because I pretty much stay the same. But I noticed my pants were getting tighter, like my size 9s that were usually like falling off of me, my work pants. They were like fitting, and I was like, huh, that's interesting. Well, so yeah, and then like my size 10, my size 10 jean shorts were, they're like a boyfriend fit, so they're usually pretty loose, and they were like a little snug around my butt, and I was like, huh. So yeah, it took some effort. It took a little bit of effort, and like I said, within a couple of weeks, I had lost that extra few pounds I had put on, and like I said yesterday, I was down to like 158 again. No big deal. I have found that exercising is a huge part of me maintaining my weight and maintaining it easily. I hear a lot of people talk about how the honeymoon phase is over and they're gaining weight and they're doing this. I don't know what other people's exercise regimens are in comparison to mine. I like to exercise. If you've watched any of my past videos, you know that that it makes me feel good. It pretty much levels my moods out, and I enjoy it. It's something I enjoy. I've always enjoyed it. I enjoyed it at 250 pounds. I exercise pretty much daily, or close to it anyway. So I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be this easy for me to maintain a year from now or 2 years from now. I still am very limited on what I can eat. I can eat like 1 taco, like 1.5 hard tacos from like Taco Bell. I don't push my stomach really. If I start to feel full, or if I'm like, ugh, I stop eating. Maybe that is helpful. I don't know. So anyways, so I guess what I'm trying to say is so far it's not been too difficult for me. we'll see. I don't want to be that person that's like, oh yeah, just go exercise and you'll totally keep all the weight off and it'll be awesome and it'll be great. And then like a year from now, I'm like 200 pounds and I'm like, oh, well, just kidding. I was still in the honeymoon phase. You know what I mean? So I guess I feel like I should be talking about maintaining like after I've maintained more than like 4 or 5 months. But on a positive note, I've never kept my weight off this long. So if I get really big again, I'll be like, hey, it was a nice run while I had it. Gosh, you guys, I was going to do a skin flick for you today because I have, I'm having some skin issues. I mean, not issue, it's there. It's been there. It's whatever. I don't know if issue is the word for it, but I was going to show it to you. And I can't really do that the way my phone's set up and yada yada. So I'm going to have to find another time to do that. And when I say that, I'll probably mean like 6 months from now, whenever, you know, I'm actually making another video. What else was I going to tell you guys? Is that annoying? Is that annoying in your TV? That would be terrible. I would go crazy if I was watching me right now, if I were you. Oh, gosh. Okay, so October, there's so many exciting things going on in October. So, one, I'm getting hitched. Awesome. Who's excited about that? This girl. Two, I get to speak at the Obesity Help Conference in North Carolina. Who's excited about that? Me. Okay, first of all, I don't even know who's going to be there and who's not going to be there, but I know there's going to be a few people there, and I am super freaking stoked about going and like hanging out with you guys and meeting everyone and just like chilling with like the entire like weight loss community. Like, this is awesome. I'm so excited about this. This is going to be so great. I am super limited on time, so a lot of times when people have get-togethers or meet and greets, I don't get to go to them. I work a couple weekends a month. My schedule's a little wonky. I have kids. I've got things going on. So it's like I can't always go to those even when I really, really, really want to. And so I'm super excited about this. I have the whole weekend. I'm going Thursday to Sunday. If you guys are getting to town, if you're going and you're getting to town on Thursday, please hit me up. I think I'm going to be there like early Thursday, like 10 a.m. Thursday. Hit me up. We'll like go for a hike. We'll go check out the city. I'm super, super, super excited about this. If you're not going to the Obesity Help Conference, why aren't you? Hello. If you don't know what it is, please look it up. Just look up like Obesity Help Conference 2015 and they'll give you all the info. If you are newly out of surgery, these events are really great to go to because they give you so much information. Also, YouTube videos are awesome because guess what? I learned everything I knew from surgery from YouTube videos. I literally stalked people like crazy and was like, hey, when you gonna make another video? Hello, Lauren Losing, it's been a while since you've made a video. I mean, not really. She totally just made one like 2 days ago. Love ya. But yeah, no, I was crazy and I watched videos all the freaking time. But honestly, like when I went in for like all of my surgery appointments, I knew everything. Like there wasn't a single thing that they told me that I was like, oh my gosh, really? Like I was like, yep, I knew that's gonna happen. Yep, I've heard that's gonna happen. Oh, I heard that was a possibility. Yep, I get that. And it was so helpful and one made me know like, yes, I'm definitely making the right decision. I'm not going into this blind. And two, I felt like it just made things easier when things were really hard. When I was like crying at Easter because I couldn't eat anything because I was like 2 weeks out of surgery. Or when I was like, I'm gonna shoot myself if I have to have one more protein shake. I swear to you, I'm gonna jump off of this one step. I'm done. But yeah, I think it was easy. It made things easier for me when things were really hard. So yeah, definitely check out people's videos. There's a lot of great people out there. I like to find people that were close to my size, close to my stature, sometimes people who like doing the same things that I do. It made it fun to watch, you know? And then there were some people that like, didn't necessarily click with that person, but I was like, they're giving me the best information ever, so I have to watch them even though I can't hardly stay awake every time they talk. So there was that too. So I guess there's it's all across the board a little bit. What else is there? Oh God, you guys, 14 minutes. Oh my God, I'm sorry. You know what? Seriously, I should make more of these videos because my fiance works at night, or, you know, night-ish. Like, she doesn't get home till late, and, like, my kids aren't here, and I don't have Derby anymore. I should be making videos, like, every day. Like, you guys should be seeing this mug all the time because I'm not doing anything else. That's not actually true because I'm totally, like, making all the decorations for my wedding, and so I get to do all kinds of crafty times, and it's fun. I'm super excited about it. Did I mention it's on Halloween, and so it's going to be lots of fun? Did I mention my wedding dress? So, funny thing about the wedding dress is that it's a size 10. Anyone who has ever worn a bridal gown ever knows that they run a little small. And so I was fully expecting like a 12 or a 14. Nope, not at all. I am in a size 10. It is a really beautiful, like, sweetheart mermaid cut dress. So it's like really fitted to the point where, like, it's like fitted this way, but then it's also like fitted this way so you can actually like see my butt in it, which really just makes me want to do more squats because I really want that thing to pop, you know. But yeah, it's awesome, and it's gorgeous, and I felt so pretty when I put it on, and yeah, I just felt so pretty. Like, I felt like, wow, this is what people are supposed to feel like on their wedding day. Like, this is what people are supposed to feel like. This is what people talk about in movies and in magazines about how people feel on their wedding day. Like, now mind you, this is my second wedding because I got married to a man 15 years ago. Was it 15? No, it was not 15. It was 12. 12 years ago, I was married to a man, and I was a size 22. My first wedding dress was a size 22, and this wedding dress is a size 10. And I remember, you know, like when you're a size 22, they have like one rack of like one rack of dresses that you can pick out of, you know, and like David's Bridal is really great about having a lot of plus size options, but there's like one rack, you know, and like the rest of the stores, like, you know, 0 to 14 or 6, like whatever that cutoff is, I don't even know. And so the lady's like walking me around, and she was like, oh, these are women's sizes, and so I'm like not computing women's to like plus sizes, you know, and I'm just like, oh, okay. And she's like, no, because I started looking there, and she's like, no, she's like, those aren't your size. And I was like, oh, like they're, oh, whoa. And it was like serious, like absolute mind fuck. I was like, oh, those aren't my size. Like, those aren't for me. So I get to pick all of these other dresses. Those are the dresses that I get to look at. And the lady's looking at me like, yeah, like I had lost my damn mind. And I was just like, oh, okay, great. And she was just like, So like, it was weird. And I mean, it was awesome. Don't get me wrong. It was amazing. But, yeah, a little strange. I had another incident this summer where we went to the amusement park. And it's an amusement park we go to every year. I've taken my kids there every year. They're 10 and 11. I've taken them every year since they were like 4 and 5. So every year we go there. And I get into the, now mind you, this is by far the smallest I've ever been. And so I get into the roller coaster. And last year I had lost probably 50 pounds by the time we went. And so I could totally fit in the roller coaster. And I was super excited about it. I'm like, yeah, I can fit in the roller coaster. Woo, and I didn't have to squeeze. And yeah, woo, woo. Well, I got in the roller coaster today, or this time, and I like pushed the bar down. And the bar's like not going down. And you know how you like, I used to like click it into my thighs. So like clicked one last time, and you're like, squeeze your thighs. You know what I'm talking about? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? And so like, I'm like pushing it, and I'm still like this far from like the bar, like clicking into my legs. And I'm like literally like pushing down on the seat, and my kids are in front of me, and they're like already strapped in. I'm like, oh my God, this thing's getting ready to take off, and I have like all this room, what's going on? And I'm like freaking out about it. Well, the seat next to me is empty, and so they come through and they latch the seat, you know, the seat belt around the bar so it doesn't come up and smash someone in the face or whatever. I don't know why they do that. Is that thing going to randomly just catapult into outer space? If it is, we need to work on our specs there. So anyways, they wrap the seatbelt around the thing, and I push down on that to see like how far it clicks. And as I did that, I realized like, oh, like this is as far as this bar goes. Like there's like this much room before it hits my legs. It doesn't go any further than this. Like this, that's it. That's all it goes. And I'm sitting there and I'm like pondering like, oh my God, there's so much room between me and this fucking bar. And I look up and there's like a lady like getting ready to get on the roller coaster after me, like, you know, on the next train or whatever. And she's looking at me, and apparently she had been watching me like the whole time. And she was just like, because I don't know what my facial expressions were, but I'm having this whole conversation in my head like, oh my God, what if I fall out of this thing? Am I too small to ride a roller coaster now? Like, why is there so much space? Is this how skinny people feel? Oh my God, I'd be scared for my life. I feel so much better when I was fat and riding a roller coaster. This is scary. And all this is like going through my head. And I look up and this lady's looking at me like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I'm like, as I'm looking at her, I'm still trying to press it down a little bit. And she just kind of shakes her head and I was like, don't mind me. And then we like took off up the hill and I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. I was like, this is way different. So that was a very long story over something that's not important at all. But the point to me was that it was a lot different from last year. And roller coasters are a lot more scary whenever you're like moving in the seat. Like it's kind of nice when you're like heavy and you're like squished in there and you like can just get your little fat body and just squish it in, right? And then you're like in there and you're tight and you're like, I feel safe. I'm not moving anywhere. Yeah. Well, hey, guess what? Whenever you don't have your little squishy sides anymore, you flip around that thing all over the place and you're going up and down because there's nothing there. You're just in this open seat. It was a little bit traumatic, to say the least. So there's my roller coaster story for you. I don't know that I have anything else to say about. Oh, hey, look, we can talk about skin. We can talk about skin a little bit because you can see my arm skin. Hold on. Okay. All right. Hold on. Oh, yeah, I'm naked. Not really. Also, I lost my boobs. Hey, boobs, where'd you go? You're not there anymore. Okay, so let's see if we can get the arms in here a little bit. Okay, so you see this, right? This is nice. This is nice. The problem with this is I actually have muscle. Not nearly as much as what I did in like April when I had been doing CrossFit for months. But I do have muscle. And I feel like this doesn't look as bad in this video as like it does in clothes and stuff. But you can kind of see it there. Yeah, I feel like I'm like that girl. It's like, oh my God, my skin's so bad. And it really does. It really is more of an issue than, well, yeah, okay. I'm not going to be that girl. I'm not going to be that douchebag girl. But, what should I say about this? Okay, my thighs are bad, too. I guess bad for me. I don't know. It's, so I joined CrossFit last year, for a couple reasons. One, because I was really unhappy with the way my body looked. And I wanted muscles. And two, I was really uncomfortable with the fact that I had gotten so small. Uncomfortable in a sense that like I felt weak, and I felt insecure, and I felt small. Now, mind you, last year when I started CrossFit, I was like 185 pounds. So I was like 20, 25 pounds heavier than what I am now. But so I did it for a couple reasons. One, because I thought maybe I can fill some of the skin out because I was just really unhappy with how I looked, even though I had been losing weight. And I felt better. I wasn't happy with the way that my body looked. I know that we can all kind of relate to that because whenever you're thinking, oh my God, I'm gonna have weight loss surgery, I'm gonna lose weight, and yada, 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 and even if you know, like, I'm not gonna look like a supermodel, you still have an image in your head of what you're gonna look like. You're like, I'm just gonna look like me and just be smaller. Well, that's not necessarily the case ever. That may not be it at all. Like, you may look like a totally different person. Your body may look totally different. As a matter of fact, before I had surgery, I carried all of my weight in my stomach. And so my midsection was a little heavier. Now all of my extra weight is like in my butt, basically. like I can't find jeans to fit over my thighs and my ass, but my waist is like a size 6'8", and my legs are like a size 10, 12, which makes shopping difficult, and I get really stretchy, skinny jeans. So anyway, so I really just wanted to be happy with how I looked, and so I was like, I'm gonna start lifting weights, and I'm gonna start gaining muscle, and maybe I'll feel better about myself, and I totally did. I mean, joining CrossFit was really one of the best decisions I've made. So I was really happy with that, but also because I wanted to feel like I had some kind of say-so or some kind of power if anyone tried anything with me. You know, whenever you're walking down the street at 250 pounds, and I think that I've talked about this before in one of my prior videos at some point, but when you walk down the street at 250 pounds, you don't worry that someone's going to steal you. You don't worry that someone's going to rape you. You don't worry, and when I say you, I mean me specifically, sorry, myself, I did not worry about someone taking me off of a trail and kidnapping me, and maybe I should have, I don't know, but I didn't, because I thought, that's an awful lot of trouble. There's a skinny girl 20 feet back there. I bet she'd be a lot easier to lift off this trail and take somewhere. And I mean, that was like my thinking, you know what I mean? Like, why are you gonna go to all the trouble to heave this 250-pound girl somewhere when there's 100 girls that are 120 pounds running on the same trail I am? And that sounds really terrible now that I say that out loud, but that was kind of my thinking. And the more weight I lost, the more it concerned me, and the more it concerned me, the more vulnerable I felt. And I think for good reason. I think that I got a lot of attention that I didn't necessarily want. I like girls. I am marrying a woman, and so I got a lot of male attention. I don't like guys. I don't like any guys. I don't care if they're good looking. I don't care if they're rich. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I don't like them. So it didn't matter what guy came up and hit on me. I was not interested. You know what I'm saying? So like there was a lot of, at first it was like, oh, sorry, you know, I'm with someone, or no, sorry, I got my own drink, or whatever the case was. And the more weight I lost, the more I felt like they were less polite, maybe, and more like vulgar, or I don't know. I just didn't feel good. Didn't feel good about it. Didn't give me the warm fuzzies at all. So I started lifting, and lifted a lot, and work out a lot. I work out a lot still. And until I felt strong, even if I'm not actually strong, because I'm not at all, really. I'm pretty weak, actually, for my size. But I still felt stronger. You know what I mean? It was like a mental strength that it gave me. It gave me the peace of mind to be like, you know what? I can walk down the street, and at the very least, I can protect myself. Or at least now I'm aware enough to be like, hey, you shouldn't be in this area by yourself. Or, hey, you need to always make sure your drink is covered at the bar. Or, hey, you need to make sure you don't go anywhere without one of your friends. It gave me some kind of strength that I didn't have before I started working out, before I started CrossFit. And so that was nice. I went on a family vacation in July, actually this past month, and it was my entire family. It was a big family reunion, and it was awesome. And we went out, all of my cousins and I went out to a casino one night, and you know, went out to a casino. I was wearing like a pair of like fitted skinny jeans that were like kind of ripped up, and a white corset top that was like a halter. It was like a racer back, and then it was like a corset in the back. It was fucking hot, by the way, just in case you're wondering. It looked amazing. But, and like a little pair of like kitten heels, and it was me and my fiance, and it was my sister and her husband, and it was like all my cousins and their significant others. And this casino is in Podunk, Indiana, and I walked in, and I instantly felt like, whoa, like overwhelmed with the amount of stares I got. Now, mind you, Mandy and I are walking in, and we're holding hands, so it's, you know, Podunk, Indiana, two girls. They're deciding if she's a girl or not. They can't really figure it out. So a lot of stares. And so I thought, well, maybe it's because we're together, and, you know, I just kind of chalked it up to that. Well, then she got sat down to a slot machine and was doing whatever, and my sister and I were walking around, and my sister and I walked around most of the night by ourselves, and we were dancing and drinking and stuff, and she was like, my God, she's like, Pam, do you see all the people just staring? And I was like, yeah. I was like, I know. I was like, just, you know, just ignore them or whatever. And she was like, and she's like not approachable. Like, you are not going to like just walk up to her and be like, hey, what's up? Because she'd be like, back the fuck off. You're too close to me. Like, she does not ever give the vibe of like, approach me because I'm nice. She doesn't. She's sweet. She's great. But you're not going to think that if you're a stranger. She has a fantastic resting bitch face. And, which by the way, I've learned there's a resting bitch face. And, anyways, so like that night in particular, like I had like one guy walk by and was like, and like chomped at me. And I was like, ew, what the, really? I was just like, what the hell is wrong with you? And then like I had another guy come up and I had that corset on. It was like tied in the back. Now my sister tied it, so she like knotted it and then tied it. She's not stupid. Hello. And I had a guy come up and he was like, if I untie the back of that, he was like, does it open the gates to the promised land? Or do I get to see the promised land is what I said. Do I get to see the promised land? And I was like, no. I was like, you may get punched in the face. I was like, but you're probably not going to see the promised land. And he was like, oh, he's like, I just thought, you know, like maybe. I go, do I look like the type of girl that like you could walk up and like untie the back of her shirt and she'd be okay with it? And I was like super bitch mode. I was fucking pissed. I was like, dude, seriously, like what the fuck is wrong with you? And he looked at me and he was like, well, I mean, no, not really. I guess now that you mention it, no. Like, okay, good. Just making sure. I said I didn't want to give you the wrong impression or anything. And he was like, well, he's like, I could hope, couldn't I? I said, well, that's all you're going to be doing, is hoping. And I just, like, walked off. And I was just like, you know, the thing that sucks is, like, I like people. Like, I like people. And I like to talk to people. And I like to, like, be like, hey, how you doing? Like, how's it going? Yada, yada, yada. To everybody. To men, to women, to, like, it doesn't matter. Like, I like people. I like to socialize. And I have found, since losing weight, that I have to really, like, pull that back. Like, that social, like that super, super outer social thing that I have has to like totally be tamed because people perceive it as an invitation to either hit on me or say something perverse or vulgar or, and I say people as in men in general. And most of my friends are guys and I love guys. Like they're awesome and they're like fun to hang out with and yada, yada, yada. But I found it to be much harder to hang out with guys since I've lost the weight than it was when I was heavy. Now, not my guys. Like, my guys are still great. But just in general. And so, yeah, I found that I definitely have had to change my personality a little bit to just not be so approachable. Is that right, maybe? Or just, like, so, like, I don't know. I like people and I like to like hang out and like, I don't know that I'm flirty, but if I am, it's just like by nature. It's not because I'm like, oh, I'm going to flirt with you. It's because I'm just flirty. You know what I mean? Like that's just kind of my personality. And, oh, guess what? I got a new kitty. Hi, you're just so cute, aren't you? You're so cute. So her name's Nola. Isn't she adorable? We actually call her Ninja Kitty. So my girlfriend went on vacation one week and she's like, hey, I'm going to go to New Orleans. And I was like, sweet, have fun. And she comes back with a fucking cat. So I was like, hey, no more vacations for you. What the hell? But this cat's crazy. I mean, adorable, but crazy. Anyways, sorry, ADD moment. Yeah, so weight loss. Weight loss for me equaled working out and lifting weights and turning into a pretend bitch. I guess, because I'm not really bitchy. Like, I don't want to be bitchy, but don't hit on me. I don't want you to hit on me. I want you to fucking hang out with me and be fun and cool, but I don't want you to look at my boobs and I don't want you to say shit about my ass. There we go. Also, I like women. So, what is confusing about that? It's been a long time now. Been out for quite a while. Haven't dated a single guy. Not bi at all. Nope. Totally lesbian. Why exactly do we not understand that, boys? So yeah, so there's that. Except Gooch. Gooch, I love you. You too, Sarah. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so you guys, fuck, I've rambled for 35 minutes. I am so sorry. I'm getting off here. I apparently have nothing else to do. It's 10:15. I have to be at work in the morning. Good Lord. I think that's it. Like, literally, what else could there possibly be? I've talked for 40 minutes. Obesity Help, October 16th and 17th. Come check it out, guys. Let's hang out and have fun. Yay! Oh my god, and there's like a costume party. And there's like a fashion show. We're like gonna dress up and shit. It's gonna be amazing! Okay. Oh my god, you guys, I'm so sorry. Alright, I'll talk to you later. Bye.